Good morning, happy 19th of December. Today is Monday, the 19th day of Advent. Now you may notice I've got my clips in my hair, and it's because I've curled it and then I've clipped it up out of the way, and I've got my ice skating clothes on. But I'm taking you out today, and I'm not taking you to my local ice rink. I'm taking you to Warwick Castle, and we're going to be doing some ice skating there. There's an outdoor rink just outside the castle, and then we're going inside, so I hope to get some footage for you. So today's going to be quite busy. I really hope I get this video up to you later on today, but I have got figure skating practice later on. It's my last one before my coach breaks up for Christmas, so I'm skating twice today. But the first skating I'll probably spend more time getting footage of my family than actually doing much skating. But yeah, it's exciting. So yeah, so basically I'm gonna next see you at Warwick Castle, so I'll see you.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean, yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing, yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. Christmas in my heart, and I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go. Alright. Dance, dance, now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance, 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 come on. Dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Oh, yeah. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
It was the night before Christmas. I was closing down for business in my little prison shop, when the bell on the door jingled once more, and then time almost came to a stop. But somehow I knew, and maybe so did you, that everything would change from now on. Yes, from this Christmas from now on. Yes, from this Christmas on, this Christmas on, from this Christmas on, it's gonna be you and me decorating the tree from this Christmas on. From this Christmas on. From this Christmas on, it's gonna be you and me decorating the tree from this Christmas on, from this Christmas on.
Welcome back. Now you may notice I've got my coat on. Now the reason being is I've got back from Warwick Castle. We've had to drop the car off to have the MOT, and we're going to be going back there to collect it, and then I'm going to figure skating practice. So yeah, it's all a bit full on, so I've just left all my skating clothes on all day long because there was just no point getting changed. Now but I hope that you really like seeing the footage that I've managed to take today. Now in all honesty, at this moment in time I haven't watched any of it back, and I haven't edited it or, you know, threw it all together or anything, so I don't even know what it's like myself yet, but hopefully it's okay. So now I'm going to open the advent calendars, show you my pan, what's happened to my pan, my roasting chestnut pan, and talk about something I missed in my calendar yesterday. Now thank you, I think it was Jane that told me that there was something else behind the seeds. Oh, and the seeds, they were dwarf sunflower seeds, so they're basically sunflowers that will only get to 30 centimetres, so they're perfect for pots, but you don't sow them until March indoors, I think April if you're putting them outdoors. So yes, but there was something else in the back of it. Now I don't know if any of you spotted that, but I open it so you can see, but then I can't see. And I'm going to show you what I've been working on, and I was all over the place last night, so yeah, but I can't wait to show you a little bit of what I've been working on. Some of it you'll have to wait till tomorrow for me to show you. So what should we do? And I've had something delivered. I don't know if it's a craft item, but yeah, I might, if it is, maybe I'll show you that as well. So backstitch, I'll just grab it. This is my backstitch calendar. We had a lovely time today. It's really nice. Had mulled wine, toasted marshmallows. Yeah, it was all lovely. Oh, this is the ice skating. The ice skating, it was like a swimming pool It was because it's got a bit warmer today and it melted the ice. Now these are another Trim It item, and they're decorations. They're obviously Christmas decorations, and they've got sticky backs on them, so they'd be good to go on cards. If you're a card maker, I am a card maker. I don't do it all the time. Are we dropping again, people? Sorry. Yeah, I am a card maker, but I don't do it all the time. Now, I must admit, normally during my Stitchmas, I normally do a paper craft with you, and I haven't this time, but I suppose I have been doing block printing with you and things, so yeah, we're doing a different sort of craft, but you can do that on paper. Teresa, who I recommended her channel, she does the same kind of thing. We actually have some of the same stamps. She does hers onto card, but I do mine onto fabric. So I do stamp on to card, but I don't use those stamps. I use proper paper craft stamps. So anyway, so that's my backstitch one. So it's not a sewing item as such, but you could put them on anything really, couldn't you? So I'll pop those. Actually, do you remember I said if they're Christmas themed, they're going to go in the Christmas pot. So they're going in there. Now, yesterday, the thing that I missed behind the seeds that I was a little bit disappointed with. Karen from So Little Time was saying her boys were laughing at me when my reaction when I got those seeds. So, which is quite funny. Now, this was behind it, which I didn't realise, but it's just basically for, poking out your corners. Say if you sewed in a corner and then had to turn it inside out, you just poke your corner. Now, I have something similar for my paper craft called a bone folder, and it's really good when you fold card in half. You kind of run it along and you get a nice crisp edge, so you could actually use that for that purpose as well, not just for poking out your corners. So that's great, isn't it? I'm sure I have I know I have a pokey tool, but I've got a wooden one, but the end isn't quite as sharp as this. It's kind of been blunted off a bit, so it depends on how sharp you do want to poke out your corner, but always be careful you don't go through your thread. So that's going in there. So shall we do my ideas one next? So I have to remember the date, don't I, when I do these? What date did I say it is? The 19th. That was Jack. He was jumping in front of the camera a few times today, so he's just done it again. I've lost the number now. Oh, here, 19. I wasn't in the film. Have you noticed? I'm the camera woman. I should have got Declan. Declan's doing media. I should get him to do the filming. And it says, make paper chains. Oh, that's very funny that I was saying I hadn't done any paper craft with you. Paper chains. You can actually make fabric chains and yarn chains. Whatever your medium is, you can do it, can't you? So that's a nice thing to do, like with children and things. Now, do you know, today I've gone to the Warwick Castle. I think I could tick off going to a Christmas market, because it basically was a Christmas market. So if we don't end up getting to Birmingham German market, I could kind of class that I've done it, because we've been in this like little Christmas market. That's dropped again, hasn't it? Sorry, so unprofessional. Not that my videos are professional anyway. So so paper chains today. Shall we open Barbie next? Here. Oh, check out my hand. Can you spot something? Oh, I've got that upside down actually. My wedding ring. I found my wedding ring because I knew where it had dropped, and it was where I thought it was. But obviously my engagement ring hasn't turned off. That has dropped off my finger, so I don't know where that's going to be. So here we go, we're here today. Actually, I had no toenail varnish on my feet, and I painted them this morning, just a bit random, just because I was killing a bit of time waiting for people. And I ended up having to take my socks off when I was having to take my ice skates off because it was so wet. And I said to my husband, I'm really glad I painted my toenails. He said, oh, I should have done mine. Oh, right. Oh, is obviously the skiing outfit, isn't it now? That's great. Right, Barbie, I think you're going to be ditching the heels soon. I think you're going to be hitting the ski slope. I'll pop that on her. It's a bit like a zip tie. Do you know the way zip ties work? I'm not sure which one. That has dropped. Did you see it happen? Gosh, that is annoying. I've put it on back to front. It looks really strange now, doesn't it? Sorry. I'm just going to undo this and turn it round. I feel like I take my eyes off you for a second and then you've moved. There we go. I don't know how impressed she is with this, but you know, safety first, Barbie. Right, I'm going to pop her microphone away because it might be something I lose easily. So it doesn't really go with that outfit. I reckon I'll be putting the ski shoes back on soon, won't I? So, Prim. So let's hope. Look, I would have been a lot more happy with what I got yesterday. Don't get me wrong, I'm really happy with the seeds and I'll definitely plant them as long as I remember. So, oh, we're on the pink side today. Sorry if it seems like I'm rushing this a little bit, but I am a little bit rushed. And obviously I've got all the editing to do. I've not done any editing today. You can see it first. Ta-da! Oh, it's hem tape basically. Do you know if you want to iron up your hem? Now you can even use this if you plan on sewing it as well. You know, you could iron it up, but it's good for emergencies. Say if you haven't got the right thread to sew up a hem or something and it'd drop down. But yeah, I actually keep this kind of thing in my ironing station in my craft room. I've got like a 3-tier trolley that my husband hacked into an ironing board thing, and I put that kind of thing on the bottom shelf so I know where that sort of thing is. So yeah, that's a very useful item. I probably won't be leaving that in there. I'll probably put that in its place. Okay, we're going to go to pan. Now, do you know I told you I got this pan really cheap one time? I don't think I've used it. Do you know sometimes with memory plays tricks on you? But I don't think I've ever used it. But I have cooked chestnuts and we had you know, they were like popcorn basically. Well, I got this pan and look at it. It's gone all rusty. So I don't know whether the skip is here. The skip's going tomorrow. I don't know whether to throw this in the skip. So advise people, shall I throw this in the skip or shall I risk poisoning my family with rust? Like, is there any way I can get this rust off? But what I've done, I have looked it up online and you can do chestnuts in the oven. I've actually screenshot the temperature and how long you leave them in for. And I've read recommendation that you put little crosses on them. Some people believe in soaking them for a certain amount of time. Some people think soak them for 5 minutes. Some people think don't soak them at all. So yeah, so what do you think? Do you think I'll just go for the lidded? I'm actually thinking of trying to put them in the air fryer. Do you know the Genius air fryer with the paddle in it? Should we try doing that? Do you know what we could do? That's what we could do. We'll try, I'll get some chestnuts and we're going to try cooking them in different ways and we'll see what's the best, shall we? But then what shall we do with them? Is there recipes or should we just eat them? I don't know what the best thing to do with them really. I think you could put them in cakes or sprinkle them on things, couldn't you? So, is that all the calendars? That is all the calendars. Barbie, Prim and Backstitch. Yes, and my ideas. So we're going on to things I've been working on. Now, I told you that I was working on my frog. Sorry, I told you I was working on my frog, but I got to a point where I couldn't carry on because the eyes hadn't come. So I thought it was going to be okay because I thought I could knit the legs and all the little bits and then sew them on. But you don't. You pick up stitches on the body and then you knit them. So I was at a total standstill. So I thought what I'll do is I'll knit a sweater. So I knit a 1x1 rib neck on the sweater with a alpaca 4-ply that I'd got. And then I thought, oh, I haven't got anything, it's a stripy sweater and I don't know if I've got what I want. So I went online to have a look to see if there was something of that yarn type, and I think I wanted a cream and pink striped sweater. I wanted a little girl frog, but I can't, one of the pinks is out of stock in that yarn and I can't really match the pink. So I could do with phoning the yarn shop and saying could they have a look at the pinks and seeing what goes well with the off-white and go from there. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping. If not, I might end up using the green that I'm using to knit my my recent socks, because that's not in use at the moment. I've put that aside until I get to the heel, so I could use that. So I could have a cream and green striped sweater, and the green is different to the frog. So I don't know yet. You know, I could just knit that one and then do another one at a later date. So I'll show you. So what happened is I couldn't work on the frog anymore. So I started the sweater, couldn't work on the sweater anymore. So I started doing my one of the crochet little mistletoe monster. Do you know where you saw the holly monster? I started the mistletoe monster. Well, I've made loads of progress. Basically, I've got a head and body complete, 2 arms which look like mistletoe leaves. All I've got to do is put a face on it and do the legs, and that is all. So I've got to that stage and that's where I left it. And then when I got back, I've never got my coat on, but while I was waiting for my husband just to get things together before we went for the MOT, I started putting the eyes on the frog, and then I knitted up the hole, and I've just been doing a little bit of the leg. So I'll show you what I've got here. In my knitting bag, Mary Angela made this for me. I nearly pulled my stitches off the needle then. So I've got a little bit of yarn that I've ended up taking off the ball because it was getting, you know, a bit troublesome. So this is not a great way to introduce my little frog at the moment. Basically, that is her from the back, him or her. And I've started this leg, which I've got to go a bit further, and then I'll be doing toes. So can you see that okay? There's little eyes. And I'll show you the little belly. I don't obviously want to drop my stitches. That's the little underside. So what do you think? She's lovely, isn't she? But I think when she's got all her limbs and she's got her little sweater, she's going to look lovely. She's really, really sweet, isn't she? So basically, I'll probably, when I get to sit down this evening, I'll probably get this to the stage where I've knitted this one leg and the toes. I'll probably go back to my crochet monster, because I could definitely show you that tomorrow complete, and then I'll go back to working on this. So yeah, but I'm absolutely loving it. It's so lovely. But yeah, I'll talk a bit more about this pattern and things when I'm at completion stage. And so that is it for now. So this is crazy. So thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Stitchmas. I hope you've seen something you've enjoyed, and I'll be really looking forward to coming back tomorrow. Tomorrow hopefully should be way calmer. Well, it'd be a bit easier for my video editing and getting it up to you anyway. So hopefully it's not too late you're getting this evening. But thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.